All right, so this will just be an introduction to the Connect 4 project. So when you download the code from Schoology or wherever, the Connect 4 program has three different classes. The first is the main class called Connect 4 Student. This class just sets up kind of the basic conditions of the window, the stroke weight, so that's the outline of the shapes, and I like how much to outline, and I just set it to 0. This is actually unnecessary, I think. But you can change the thickness of the stroke or just set no stroke. Text size is set. The game, it starts a new game, a method. The draw loop just has the game to its display method, which, you know, is a little bit probably too concise. There could be other things here to make it clear what's going on, but it just tells the game to keep, you know, drawing itself and doing all the work of the actual game. And the game object is a class over here that we'll get to in a sec. The mouse clicked method just listens for the mouse and passes over or just tells the game that the mouse has been clicked by activating the game's clicked method. And then the typed method for key presses is just used if the game comes to an end. So if there is a win, it allows people to hit yes to play again or no to exit. Okay, the second class is a very simple class, the computer class. It's simple in its current state, but it can be actually very complicated. This class right now is the computer player, and it just sends back a random integer for the computer's choice when it's the computer's turn to take a turn. And right now it's just random. So if we play the game currently, the game will start up and it's Red's turn first. So I'll go here and the computer just shows this column at total random. There is no rhyme or reason to the computer's choice. Here, you know, just again and again, it'll keep choosing at complete random. So one of your jobs after a ladder job is going to be to try and make this smart. And so you're going to eventually have to think through strategies of trying to make the computer make better choices with respect to the information contained in the board array. And now for the third class. The third class is the game class, and this is the biggest class. It's the whole game. So it sets up a number of different things. You're going to only be responsible for the first 4 methods in this class, though. Clear board, and then you're going to do, so this just adds zeros to every entry in the board array so that it will just be empty and ready for a new game. This method here will check for horizontal wins. This method here will check for vertical wins, and you might be able to guess, this one will check for diagonal wins. Alright, there's a bunch of other stuff down here that is coded for you that you are free to look over, of course, but you don't actually have to code any of it or work with it. You know, it sets up kind of an umbrella method that checks all of the different win categories and returns true if there's any type of win. This is the constructor. It just initiates all the different stuff. And there's an init method, a method to display if there is a win. The general display method to display the hover piece. There's another method. This is the CPU's turn, when it's the CPU's turn to place a piece. So you can just kind of look down through this stuff, but it's not critical that you understand all those things. The basic thing that you have to understand is that there is this board that is a 2-dimensional array of integers, so just numbers, a grid of numbers representing the layout of the board. If a square contains the number 0, it is empty. If it has the number 1, it is red, and a number 2 represents yellow. And so as we go through these win methods, you are going to need to reference, you know, empty, red, and yellow to indicate whether or not, or to figure out whether or not there is in fact a win in any of the given directions.